In a bold proclamation that has stirred the pot among fans and analysts alike, Cowboys COO Stephen Jones has labeled Dak Prescott as potentially the best quarterback in the league. This statement is not just a casual endorsement. It reflects deep faith in Prescott's abilities and sets the stage for what could be a pivotal season for the Dallas Cowboys. But is the faith justified? Where are you watching from, and what do you think about this claim? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Dak Prescott, selected in the 4th round of the 2016 NFL Draft out of Mississippi State, has had a career marked by impressive stats and undeniable talent. He's been a very good quarterback, even bordering on greatness. However, the specter of his playoff struggles and the shadow of injuries loom large for many skeptics. They question whether Prescott can elevate his game when it matters most. Jones, however, is unwavering in his support. He outlined the impressive arsenal at Prescott's disposal, an elite receiving core featuring CeeDee Lamb and even rumored interest in other talents like George Pickens, a robust tight end group anchored by Jake Ferguson, and a strong offensive line. The Cowboys have made moves that signal a commitment to winning now, and with the addition of running back Javonte Williams, the expectation is that this offense should not only perform but thrive. Coach Brian Schottenheimer's reputation as one of the sharpest offensive minds in the league adds to the confidence surrounding the team. However, the reality remains that last season's dismal 7-9-1 record has left a bitter taste in the mouths of Cowboys fans. Yet Prescott's numbers tell a different story. He threw for over 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, and maintained a completion percentage of 67.3%. This was no fluke. It marked the 4th season where he tossed 30 or more touchdowns. His performance was statistically impressive, but the lack of postseason success raises questions. In the aftermath of the disappointing season, Cowboys legend and Pro Football Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith has stepped up to defend Prescott. Smith pointedly shifted the blame to the defense, stating, "Last year, the guy was a top 5 quarterback. Nobody wants to talk about that." His sentiments resonate with many diehard fans who recognize that while Prescott has had his share of struggles, the dysfunction of the defense played a significant role in the team's shortcomings. Smith's critique of the defense is particularly poignant. When you have a sorry defense like we had last year, and you have Dak putting up the numbers he did, you don't have a defense. Defense wins championships. Defense will get you into the playoffs. This underscores a critical point. For the Cowboys to make a genuine playoff run, they must bolster their defensive performance. As we look ahead, it's clear that the weight of expectations rests heavily on Prescott. With the franchise's faith in him, the question remains, can he finally lead the Cowboys to the promised land? If he truly is the best, as Jones insists, then perhaps this is the year the narrative shifts from what could have been to what is. Now, as we transition to our next segment, let's delve into the latest updates on the Cowboys defense and how they plan to strengthen their roster for a more formidable showing this season.
The Dallas Cowboys made waves last season when they traded away Micah Parsons, a move that sent shockwaves through the NFL. Now, as we dive deeper into the fallout from that decision, the question remains, did the Cowboys make the right call? With the trade sending Parsons to the Green Bay Packers amid a contract standoff prior to the 2025 season, many fans are left wondering if the team truly has no regrets. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones took to SiriusXM's Mad Dog Sports Radio to defend the controversial move, asserting, "We feel really good about it." It's a strong statement from Jones, who acknowledges the respect they have for Parsons and his undeniable talent, but he confidently emphasizes the value they gained in return. The Cowboys received defensive tackle Kenny Clark along with 2 first-round picks, one for 2026 and another for 2027. This strategic maneuver has become a focal point in discussions about the franchise's future. Parsons certainly didn't fade away in Green Bay, racking up an impressive 12.5 sacks in just 14 games. His performance only adds to the debate about whether the Cowboys made a grave mistake. However, Jones is quick to pivot the narrative back to the Cowboys' gains. With the additional draft capital, they were able to swing a deal with the New York Jets, sending defensive tackle Motzie Smith along with 2 picks, including the hire of their 2027 first-rounders, for Quinnen Williams, another elite defensive lineman. Jones believes that the addition of Williams, alongside Clark, bolsters the Cowboys' defensive front significantly. He described them as alpha players, not just in terms of on-field performance, but also as leaders off the field, which is crucial for a team looking to rebound from a disappointing defensive performance last season. The Cowboys allowed the 3rd most yards in the NFL, and such leadership is exactly what they need as they strive to rebuild. The excitement doesn't stop there. Jones is also fired up about the potential of Donovan Ezeiruick after an encouraging rookie season. He is optimistic that first-round pick Caleb Downs will elevate the performance of those around him. With these additions, Jones feels confident that the Cowboys have put the right pieces in place to improve their defense and ultimately compete for that coveted trophy. Jones framed the decision to trade Parsons as a strategic one, arguing that one player is not worth 4 or 5 good ones. It's a bold assertion that implies a clear vision for the team's future. The Cowboys, as Jones stated, didn't believe they were just one player away from a championship last year. Yet, he remains optimistic, asserting that the front office is assembling the kind of roster that will not only meet the expectations of the fans but exceed them. Dallas fans, what are your thoughts on the Parsons trade? Are you confident in the direction the Cowboys are heading? Where are you watching from today? Let us know in the comments as we continue to dissect the latest developments surrounding America's team. As we move into our next segment, we'll take a closer look at how the Cowboys are planning to utilize their new assets and the implications this has for their upcoming season. Stay tuned. As we dive into the final segment of our coverage, let's take a moment to reflect on the optimism surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, a team that seems to be turning the corner after a tumultuous period. It's been a mixed bag for the Cowboys over the past few years, but with the latest developments, there's a palpable sense of hope that they could be one of the most improved teams in the NFL this season. Where are you watching from? Comment below and let us know your thoughts on the Cowboys' prospects this year. Kay Adams has certainly got the pulse of the NFL community, and her take on the Cowboys is noteworthy. She recently expressed on social media that the Dallas Cowboys could very well be the most improved team in the league this year. With a dynamic mix of exciting rookies and notably less contract drama than in recent seasons, there's reason to believe that this squad could make a serious push for the playoffs, maybe as soon as this year. Adams highlighted the absence of the usual off-field distractions that have plagued the Cowboys in recent times. This season, the only real drama was the brief standoff with star wide receiver George Pickens regarding a long-term contract. Ultimately, the franchise tag was placed on Pickens, which he has signed, allowing the team to move forward without the looming contract negotiations hanging over their heads. This decision, while it merely postpones the issue to 2027, has effectively removed distraction from the current season, allowing the team to focus on what truly matters: winning games. When we look at the roster changes, it's clear that the Cowboys are making shrewd moves to bolster their defense. In a bold strategy, they traded for Rashawn Gary and D. Winters, adding much-needed depth and talent to their defensive lineup. Furthermore, they didn't shy away from the draft, opting to use their first 3 picks to strengthen all facets of their defense. Selecting Ohio State standout safety Caleb Downs, pass rusher Malachi Lawrence, and linebacker Jyshawn Barham from Michigan showcases a commitment to building a ferocious defensive unit. Let's not forget that last season was one the Cowboys would rather forget. They allowed a staggering 511 points, shattering the franchise record for points allowed in a single season. The last time they finished at the bottom of the league defensively was back when the franchise was just getting started, with only 12 other teams in the league. However, despite that dismal defensive showing, the Cowboys managed to finish with a 7-9-1 record. This suggests that even marginal improvements could tip the scales in their favor, potentially securing a playoff spot. But here lies the critical question. Will these adjustments be sufficient to propel the Cowboys deep into the playoffs? Can they finally break through to the NFC Championship game for the first time in 3 decades? The answer remains to be seen, and as fans, we must remain cautiously optimistic. The narrative surrounding the Cowboys has always been one of high expectations, but with this current trajectory, there's a sense that the team could finally be on the right path. So what do you think? Are the Dallas Cowboys poised to reclaim their spot among the NFL elite? Or are we setting ourselves up for disappointment yet again? Let us know in the comments. And if you're as invested in this team as we are, be sure to subscribe for more insights and updates. The journey is just beginning, and we'll be here to navigate it together.